Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good evening, all. You okay?
Hey guys.
Evening, Steve. How's it going, mate? You all right?
It's not too bad, mate. That is still the badass intro I've ever seen. That it's amazing.
I'm just getting used to it. I clicked the wrong one. If you didn't notice, but lucky enough, I realised what I'd done.
I just see all the behind the scenes where you're trying to fucking put the thing down on the camera.
Well, good evening, all. Hope you all had a good week. Hope you've all had a good chance to catch up on your homework movie, Love Actually, and a lot of research on 1991.
What a year!
Yeah, it was a great year for films. 1991, by the looks of it.
Hey Andrew. Hey Lana. Hey Monkey Thrifter. Hey Tori. I believe Chris was moaning about our start time.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey Dave. Shocking.
I don't know. Joys of running a weekly show, eh, Steve?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it pays to be consistent, though, really.
Hey, Ali. Okay, right. Shall we start with the homework review?
Yes.
Right. So last week's special guest was Andrew I Love Onions Nolan. You all know him as Money Mental, and he actually surprised me with this one, and he went with Love Actually, and it's a bit of a strange one, that, because it's actually a film that both Lana and I have actually enjoyed doing for homework, and it's been one of the best ones we've had so far, and it's really really surprised me. What was your views? What did you think?
I didn't get a chance to watch it.
You've not watched it?
No.
Sorry,
guys. I really will watch it, but I've not had a chance this week.
Do you know, when we're sat there and we're watching it, and you think, Christ, he's in it. Christ, yeah. I forgot she's in it. Jesus, what's he doing there? Yeah, and then obviously you get your little pop-up ones like your Rowan Atkinsons and people like that, don't you? You know, just popping in, doing little odds and sods. It was a brilliant film. It was well worth watching again. We actually went out and bought it on DVD to watch it because we couldn't find it anywhere. So I've
got it on Blu-ray somewhere. I've seen it years ago, but I haven't seen it since.
Yeah.
I was hoping to wing it, but I can't remember a lot about it.
No, you know, we're sat there and we're watching it, and we're watching the Prime Minister dancing around number 10 and stuff like that, and you're thinking, is Boris Johnson actually doing that at this moment in time where he's talking about the tax increases? He actually just dancing around number 10?
Probably is, yeah.
You know, and stuff like that. All the little stories are all interlinked as well. They all know somebody from somehow as well. It's it was really, really good. You'll have to watch double.
Sorry, go, Jazz. I will watch it, I promise.
You'll have to watch double this week. Just for the homework point of view, guys, we haven't actually got a special guest this week, so we'll throw the link in the chat later on, and we'll let the guests decide on what we're watching.
It cost us a whole 33.3 in the show. Oh.
Right, well, since you've not watched the homework and everyone else seems to have really enjoyed it, should we move on to the year?
Are we being heckled by Chris?
I don't know what he's saying.
Is Chris like the heckler of the group now?
Well, he's got a lot more time on his hands now, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah.
No, you're right, Chris. It is an awesome film. It is an awesome film, and like I say, I was really surprised that I
Did not expect that at all.
that I actually enjoyed it. All right, yeah. Since you've not watched it, should we move on to the year review?
I think so.
Okay, so 1991 was our year review.
Wow.
Okay. Do you want to start? What
I mean,
when you look?
I will do, yeah, because I'm pretty chuffed with this. I mean, it's one of those things where this is the sort of year that I wanted when we started to set this out. You know, I wanted to have it so there was a good variation, and it was just a massive year for movies. You know, and one of the things for me, I was saying about when I was looking at like my top 5/10, was it was about the films that I was sort of drawn to back then at that age. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there is many a film that I've seen since and enjoyed. You know, if like one of my biggest actors for me, my favorite actors is Robin Williams, and things like The Fisher King, I didn't automatically see that back then. It wasn't really, for the age that I was, it wasn't really age appropriate. Whereas Hook played a big part of my childhood. Do you know what I mean? So I was looking at these lists and I was thinking, you know, things like Boys in the Hood and stuff like that. I would never watch that at that age.
Mm-hmm.
But watching it back years later, what a cracking film it was, you know.
But there was plenty of hood stroke gang films before that, but that sort of just brought it back to mainstream, didn't it? The Boys in the Hood. Yeah. We were talking to Peter Ray the other week, and Peter said one of his favourite films was Hook. And I was surprised, like say, when you look back and you're thinking, Christ, that film's 30 years old. Yeah. You know, 30 years old this year.
But the thing is that it's one of those films that I will have no problem shoving on.
Mm-hmm.
No problem whatsoever, you know. Obviously, my lad doesn't understand it at the minute, but I'd like to sort of sit down and watch it with him.
Yeah.
A bit older, you know, and hopefully he gets it. But it's just, there was that many movies I think that's probably around the time where I was really getting into movies as well, you know, and sort of enjoying them, and just wow. I mean, the list is endless. I was going through them, and I'm literally writing double-sided pages, going, yep, and that. It was almost impossible. There is a fun fact, actually, before we start. When I was doing my research on this one, and I'm hoping Chris is still in the chat, I haven't scared him off too much. One of the interesting facts about that year was the Back to the Future ride opened that year. So it's down as a film, because obviously the production of, like, before you go in the ride and sort of the actual ride itself is down as a production on the film. So that was 1991, which I thought was quite a fun fact.
Yeah, I've just read there from, sorry, just to take a sidestep here. Shabba, where you going?
What?
Where's Shabba going? He's leaving the UK behind?
Is he going on holidays?
I don't know. You can't lose Shabba. He'll have to tune in wherever he lands.
There is.
He's going Poland.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. What
holiday, Shabba, or?
What's Chris saying? You can watch the ride film on the Blu-ray extras,
but not all the Blu-ray extras, though, Chris. There's certain releases that it's come out on that, because I've got multiple releases for that reason. Because I bought a set, and then I found out when I was doing I was looking at a review online that you didn't get it on a certain set, because obviously it's like Dirty Dancing, you know, where they bring out like the 30th edition, the 40th edition, like 20 years, 30 years, and so forth. They've put it on selected ones, so you have to really look for it. It's the same with the DVD sets as well. But it is on there, the whole ride experience is on there. But it's really, really cool that was the same year.
Chris says it's actually bad. It's actually pretty bad. It goes on for ages.
No.
Right.
Have you been on the ride, Chris? Did you go on the ride? Because I did. I loved it.
Evening, Joe, and evening, Lainey. Right.
Evening, lady.
So we were catching up briefly before we went live, and I said to you, I've managed to get myself a top 5, but then I've also got a 5 that could have been my top 5 if I was looking for something else.
It was a nightmare.
There was so many.
Nightmare. It was a good nightmare, but it was a nightmare picking these.
Yeah. To the point where I was watching some YouTube before, and I just put in best movies of 1991 to see what stuff like Watch Mojo and stuff like that recommending, and they can't agree on what's top 10 for that year. And through it. Do you want to go through your top 5, Steve, and see what you've got? See if it matches mine.
Not really, but we will do. Yeah, have a good time, Shabba. Really hope you enjoy that, mate. Just before I do go through that, there was a comment in the chat that I want to allude to very quickly, which was around a certain trailer dropping today.
Oh, Matrix 4.
Yes, the one.
Yes,
so they've been teasing it, haven't they, the last couple of days?
Yeah, Catan copied us all in, didn't I? haven't watched it yet, though, to be fair.
The ride's gone now, by the way, Andrew. It actually closed a year or so ago, because I was tempted to go back and try and go on it again. So this trailer, have you not watched it, you say?
No.
Oh,
no.
It definitely seems very interesting. It looks, already the trailer looks better than the second and third one, but it sort of got me thinking about them, because I think although they weren't as good at movies as the first one, there was a certain element of sort of the cinematography in it and that sort of stuff was ahead of its time. And I think if you appreciate them as a piece of work, I think they are good. But they just never really had the same energy as the first one did. But yeah, if anybody's not had a chance to watch the trailer for the 4th Matrix and does like the Matrix movies, it's definitely worth a watch, because it seems, I think there's a different Morpheus in it. It's
a younger Morpheus, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the bit I need to watch, because from what I gather, Neo and Trinity are in it, but it's Morpheus becoming Morpheus that we know from the first film. So I don't know if that's all flashbacks right the way through and Lawrence Fishburne's not in it, or has Neo and Trinity gone back to an earlier version of the Matrix. That's the bit.
Some of the action that I watched in this brief thing, it reminds me of it because he's in it, but it's sort of like a John Wick-esque sort of combat. And it sort of gives off that sort of vibe, but it seems to be more centered around like inside the Matrix rather than outside of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's only like 3 minutes, 4 seconds or something, but it's definitely worth a watch. I was speaking to one of the lads at work today. He's like, I watched it 3 times. Like, have you? Should be working. Should be working.
I was going to say, when you're meant to be working, I can't talk, to be honest. That'd be
like 3 times in a row.
Yeah. And then I'll be showing me boss, look. Right, come on.
But I'll go back to what we were talking about. I just wanted to mention that because it was mentioned in the chat, and I did want to talk about it.
I was going to bring it up later in the free for all, but it's okay. You've ruined it and you've jumped ahead. But okay, we'll bring it back on track, shall we?
Oh, we can talk about it later.
1991. In fact, I might watch it. I might watch it now while you're going through your top 5.
That's right. Yeah, just keep me entertained. So, I really struggled with this because there is some that I'm not going to mention, but I'm not mentioning it because at that time I wasn't watching it. That's the way I'm looking at it, right? So if I go for a top 5, I'll go with top 6. I will go Father of the Bride. I will go My Girl.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 5. I'll go Hot Shots. 3 more. I'm going to go Rocketeer, Beauty and the Beast. Oh, no, I'm going to have to do 6. I'm going to go Rocketeer, Beauty and the Beast, Terminator 2, because I did see that when I was younger. But I think my overall one would be Hook, definitely. So that's 6. I do apologise, that's a bit messed up, but that's 6. There's a couple of honourable mentions in there, which, as I mentioned to you off camera, Suburban Commando.
Mm-hmm.
That I had that on VHS, and I think I wore that out because it was a right corny movie with Christopher Lloyd in and Hulk Hogan, and The Undertaker.
Yeah, he played the bad alien, didn't he?
Yeah,
The
henchman, didn't he? Yeah, sort of thing. But the other couple, I think FX2. I did like the FX movies back then; they were really good. And in later life would be Silence of the Lambs and Point Break.
So I went with Backdraft.
Yes.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yeah.
Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country.
Was it not Star Trek 5?
6.
Was it 6, was it?
Drop Dead Fred.
Is that even that year?
Yeah, it says it's from 1991, Drop Dead Fred.
Oh, I didn't see that in the list.
And Terminator 2. However, my alternate list would have been Father of the Bride.
Yeah.
What About Bob?
Yeah.
City Slickers. My Girl.
Yeah.
And Hudson Hawk.
See, yeah, I'd seen that.
I love Hudson Hawk.
I think The Last Boy Scout was in that year as well.
Yeah, The Last Boy Scout was in that year as well, yeah. Hudson Hawk is just brilliant, though, planning robberies and singing songs as you're going around.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that, like I said, there was literally so many. I mean, Hot Shots, that was another big one for me when I was younger. I just found it hilarious. It was like the airplane of the day. You know what I mean? And then there was Naked Gun 2.5 in that year.
Yeah.
But I wasn't big on them then. But obviously, I do enjoy them now.
Andrew saying what? No commitments.
Yeah, commitments was
That's just how he lives his life, isn't it? With no commitments.
But again, that's not something that I was trying to do it where I would have watched it back then. You know, because The Rocketeer was another one. I really enjoyed that growing up.
Yeah.
But you had like Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, The Addams Family. That was another big one. What else did we have? Don't Tell Mum the Babysitter's Dead. There's just absolutely loads.
So Jones gone with Fried Green Tomatoes and Thelma and Louise.
Yeah.
Now, Thelma and Louise came on when we were watching YouTube before, and Lana said it looks boring and shit.
It's a good movie. It is a good movie, and Brad Pitt's quite a young one in that as well, isn't it? But I watched the back end of it again the other day, and like she literally turns around and she's like, "Let's go all the way." And the other one at that point, the other one should be turning around going, "Nah, you're all right, love. I'm getting out."
Yeah, she's just like, "What you thinking? What you doing? Are you sure?" And then all of a sudden they just drive off, and you see Harvey Keitel running after them, going, "Stop!"
I'm sure. Yeah. I remember a spoof by what are they called? The two they're out of Vicar Dibley.
French and Saunders.
Yeah. I remember a spoof out of that, and that, I mean, it just springs to mind now every time I see that movie, that particular sketch. But yeah, it was a good movie, but I think I don't know. It's not on my list at all. That.
See, we need to make sure that you stick to 5 now. The chat are taking liberties.
I know, guys. I know, but it's such. I'd rather have this as it's a difficult problem. It's not a difficult problem. What did I say earlier on? It was a nice problem to have that there was that many movies, you know. But that sort of time between the sort of 89 and 92 was when I really started getting into movies. So there's so many of them. I mean, my mum and dad, I remember my mum really loving Backdraft when that came out. You know, I remember I think they went to cinemas to watch it, remember?
V.I. Walshowski. Was that Kathleen? It wasn't Kathleen Turner, was it?
No, I don't know. See, but the thing is, Silence of the Lambs, absolutely amazing film. But I would never have watched that at that age.
I don't know. Ali. I was going to come back to that. One of the
Bob,
movies
yeah.
watching, I'm feeling low and funny. It is so funny. What about Bob? And I was made up when it came up on the list because I haven't watched it for years, but it just reminded me I've got to go back and watch it. T2 destroyed everything. Yeah, you're right, it did. Okay, so.
Oh, he's got some notes.
Next on my note.
That's a bigger path than Chris has, isn't it?
That's how it's done, Chris. Right. Highest paid actors from 1991.
Are we gonna get some quiz going on and see if the guys in the chat can guess?
Who was who was the fourth highest paid actor for 1991?
Fourth highest paid. Anthony Hopkins, I'm going with. What we got? Anybody? Tom Cruise?
Arnie.
Arnie.
No.
When did Charles play 2? 1991.
Jack Nicholson's not on your list, Andrew. No. So number 4.
Yeah.
Steve Martin.
Okay. Is that just predominantly for the one film?
Just highest paid actor for that year.
Mind you, to be fair, he was
in everything, wasn't he? From Father the Bride right the way through. Number 3. Number 3, Michael J. Fox.
Okay, that was for don't tell me. What was he in? I read it and what was he in? Can anybody guess what he was in? Because it's really doing me head in.
1991, he'll be in stuff like Teen Wolf, wouldn't he? And is it
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a Back to the Future or a Teen Wolf.
Was it Doc Martin or something like that?
No, it was Hardway.
Hardway.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Number two, highest paid actor, number 2. And I'll throw you a hint on this. We've already had him in the chat. And he's also a director for that year that won Best Picture.
I'm not going to answer that one. Oh. Although it was a surprise to me, to be fair.
Second highest paid actor of 1991, who was also won the Best Director award for that year. No, it's not Mel Gibson, Laney. The film also won 7 other awards in the Oscars. No, Kevin Costner. And the film he directed was Dances with Wolves. I was surprised when I read that, considering the films that we had out. Other films to win awards that year: Dick Tracy, Ghost, The Hunt for Red October. It's the problems with the Oscars is that it carries over from the year before, doesn't it? So, Okay, and highest grossing movies from 1991. Now we've mentioned 3 of these already. So number 4, Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
Can you guess what number 3 was? Now, bearing in mind it was released in 1990, so it must have been like December 1990.
Well, we're talking about 1991 here, though.
Yeah, but the third highest grossing film of 1991 was Home Alone.
Right, I see what you're saying, yeah.
So it must have come out at the end of 1990 and carried on through.
I'm going to go with either Hook or Beauty and the Beast.
Home Alone. Oh, for the third highest grossing film? Yeah, Home Alone.
I'm being duped here.
Home Home Alone was released at the end of 1990, but it was also the third highest grossing film of 1991. It must have had an extended run.
Yeah, well, it will have been. It was over Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah. Number 2, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yep.
And then number 1 is
I know now
T2.
why you cry, but it is nothing. Something I can never do. That was really bad.
Terminator 2.
The thing is, I said to you when we were talking about that movie, I was like, you play that tune and it makes you want to watch it, regardless. You know that tune anywhere. It's amazing.
Yeah. It's absolutely brilliant.
It's what a movie. I mean, the thing is that I don't know what magical list you found, but I had T2 at number 1. I had Robin Hood at number 2, Beauty and the Beast at number 3, Hook at number 4, and Silence of the Lambs at number 5 on the highest grossing. So I think mine might be slightly different. I've actual movies from that year.
Yeah.
But yeah, yours make perfect sense because obviously, like you say, the Home Alone would have run over, wouldn't it? It would have been.
Yeah, I think Shabba's saying it ran until April that year.
Wow. God, I watched a Christmas movie in March and April. That would have been terrible. In fact, I think I've got a video somewhere, and I will never see the light of day anywhere else. But my mum and dad recorded it. They bought me Home Alone it would have been 1992, 1991's Christmas, and I was running around everywhere going mad because I had this VHS of Home Alone for I was well excited. I was a bit overexcited, to be fair, on that one, but I think I'll end up finding that someday. It'll just haunt me, that video.
Yeah.
From the highest. Yes, it was.
Yeah, and it's James Cameron went on to do Titanic, which beat it. Strange.
Really?
Yeah. Toby likes your room, Steve.
I feel at the minute, like Richard Knight's life, because I know I've had conversations with him about being squeezed into a corner. Literally.
Why are you selling movie memorabilia now from every movie ever made?
No, that's just him. But this is like I'm squeezed in at the minute. There's nowhere near finished or out. I'm just I wanted to get out of the way, a little man running around. So with Lou being home and not at the gym or out, I thought I'd just pop upstairs. I've got one of my fancy lights going on, So
speaking of Night's Life, Steve and I are making a special appearance on his Saturday Night Live this week.
And James into it.
Yes. So we'll be on there. So make sure that you tune into Richard.
Yeah, he's a great lad. He's offered to help us out and help us grow the channel. So really chuffed to go on there and have a chat with him.
Dave, took your time sorting your room out.
Hey, Dave, it ain't. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and go, yeah, he's perfect. He's not anywhere near finished yet.
What you don't see, Steve, is the Facebook Messenger pictures that we get of all the crates and everything around them.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Going, what am I going to do? I've got a desk that's still in a box at the minute. And my not to ruin the magic, but my my camera's sat on a Christmas tree box.
Right. Oh God, Steve. Here's us trying to run a professional organisation, and you filming off a Christmas tree box.
Honestly, I come up here and I was like, that'll do. Sorry, guys, but yeah, I'm trying.
Right. Okay. So yeah, because we've not got a special guest tonight, we're going to go straight to our next feature.
Yes, mate.
Which is the free for all.
Here's one for you.
We need to get slicker at that, because I keep cutting you off.
You're a bit snappy with that, aren't you? It's not like last week when you're like, right, we're off now, bye.
Yeah, as the song says, I've got to go home now. Say bye-bye.
One of the things I did find when I was looking up the year, apart from there's a hell of a lot of well-known actors that had debuts in that year. Like there was, I think I read that it was like Queen Latifah and Halle Berry in Jungle Fever.
Yeah, Robin Downey Jr., the LL Cool J,
Steve
Carell
in it, the other one.
Yeah, in Boys in the Hood.
It was quite interesting, but one of the things I read was, like the award ceremonies and stuff. One of the things that has not been met this year, it's like, how do I put it? So, Silence of the Lambs won like majority of the awards, like 5 awards the 5 top awards. So, in whether it was BAFTAs or whatever, it was like best actor, best actress, best movie, the top ones, right? So that's only been done like 2 times before. One of the interesting ones is, to this day, it's the only film that's won a best film award that is classed as a horror.
All right.
And I was like, that's really interesting, that, because it generally it's like I would imagine it's probably like the superhero movies, where literally it doesn't matter how great it wasn't winning any awards in the main categories. To actually win that award and it be a horror film, and to this day it hasn't been matched, which is really interesting for me.
Well, I was reading before, I don't know how true it is. Wikipedia is not the most reliable for facts. But when Kevin Costner won the Director's Award for Dances with Wolves, he was the only 5th person to actually win a Best Actor award and go on to direct Best Picture. So yeah, he was the 5th person the only one of 5 to do it. Speaking of the devil, he has appeared.
Hey, Richard, how you doing?
There we go. We have mentioned that we will be making a special appearance on your show, matey. Hope you don't mind. Hope it wasn't a surprise.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. I thought I'd go through a couple of pickups that I managed to get this week.
Okay.
We're doing a free-for-all. This one came through the post yesterday, which I'm looking forward to, which is Promising Young Woman. I'd seen a few trailers for it, but it looks really good, and the write-ups are good on it. I went to a car boot over the weekend and picked up a couple of things I've not seen before, which is quite rare. One's called Con Man, which I think these are region free. And then Creatures from 60 Years of the Gilman. She's going to get another one, which is a bit of a weird one. So they'll go to my collection. And then I think I put it out on the group, but I got Man Steelbook. Amazing.
Oh, cool.
Really chuffed with that. And I think I sent this to you as well, but Spider-Man Homecoming, which is what artwork that is. It's gorgeous, absolutely stunning. But I didn't realise at the time, but I got home and realised it's got a 4K disc in as well, which I haven't got a 4K telly yet, so that'll be interesting.
Have you got a PlayStation or something? Because they upscale it, don't they?
Well, it's got the 3D and the normal. Plus, I have got it in 3D. I've got the official 3D one. And then I did say last week that I was going to watch this, and I literally did. I probably did this more than I did my own work, to be fair. But I watched The Nightingale, which is a 2019 film by the lady that did Babadook. Honestly, it is one of the best films I've seen, without a doubt. What drew me to it was when I started watching the reviews and stuff, it was going on about it was pretty brutal, but not in like a sort of scary, gory way, more like a sort of shock factor, not a shock factor, but like a true way. Nice time. It's a new.
Now, Rich is saying he's got a new game for me, you, and I'm feeling a bit nervous, and obviously Neil's replied, is it Shag, Marry or Kill?
Wow. But yeah, and I would recommend it to anybody because it's a bit of a difficult watch, and there's some times in it where if you're a bit squeamish or whatever, it's probably not for you, but it's a really good story. And it's 2019, which is probably not as well known as it should be. But I was watching a review on it, and they were saying that they'd been to, I think it was the Cannes Festival or something. And they say usually when they go in and see these previews, they get told like, oh, it's a bit violent or whatever. Are you all right with that? Anyway, these particular people have gone in and they're like, it's quite gruesome and sort of disturbing. And they were like, oh yeah, we're fine. No, it is. It is. And they said when they got out of it, he said there's a couple of scenes in it that's quite unnerving, but it was such an amazing movie. It's well worth it if you've got the stomach for it.
Yeah.
But The Nightingale was a great.
So
film.
Joan saying that The Nightingale was oh, I keep doing that because the chat keeps moving. The Nightingale was excellent, and she's already seen the Promising Women one, and she said that was really good as well.
Like I say, I'd seen the trailers for this Promising Young Woman, but then I looked at a couple of reviews. I try not to stay away. I try to stay away a bit with the reviews because I don't want any spoilers. But from what I'd seen, he said it was pretty good, so I thought I'd give it a go.
So I picked up a couple this week. Love Actually being one. We picked up Saint Trinian's 2 because Lana likes Saint Trinian, so we got that. And I've never seen it, but people have recommended it to me. Harry Brown.
You've never seen Harry Brown?
No,
Mate,
no.
I'm gonna love that.
So it was 3 for £1 in the charity shop. So I thought, you know what? I'll pick all 3 up.
What's your opinion on Michael Caine?
I love him.
Yeah, you're gonna really enjoy it. Honestly, it's one of those movies that I love. I wish I hadn't seen so that I could watch it again. You know what I mean? And enjoy it. But yeah, it's well worth it.
Just on the note of buying DVDs and stuff, we went into our local CEX and we went into CEX in Chester looking for Love Actually. And have they got rid of all the 50p DVDs? Because there was nothing that was less than £1.50. They had a handful of £1 ones.
I don't know, mate. To be honest,
and they classed them as sale.
I haven't really looked for a lot of them recently. To be fair,
because I used to walk into CEX with a tenner and come out with a load of them, and it used to drive Lana nuts.
That was just you driving her nuts. But yeah, I don't know, mate. To be honest with you, like I say, I mean, even if I'm trading, if I find ones that I want to trade in, I'm not trading them on. Not them ones in. Sorry, that's him. I'm not trading them because it's not worth it. Because I mean, them ones that are like a penny to trade in, it's not worth it. You might as well just take them to charity shop or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, see what else Lee bought me today. She went, I thought you'd like this. Little Joker's Stingray.
Was that the car that was supposed to appear in Batman, but it never did?
I don't know, mate. To be honest with you, I mean, the thing is that this is from that Jada stuff, which is what I got on me Fast and Furious. But I'd seen a Knight Rider in there that's same sort of size, which I'm sort of keep eyeing up. Because you push the door in and the light goes across.
Because I know Gerard Leto had a lot of his scenes cut, didn't he, from Suicide Squad, and he was meant to be in the Batman movie as well.
Yeah. And
they cut him out of that as well. So there was supposed to be a big car chase in that as well.
Was it?
Maybe that was the car that he was supposed to have used.
I picked up that the other week. I don't think I've ever watched it. The knockoff with Van Damme. It's got one of the old style cases, so I was like, I'll pick it up.
Well, I've started going through all the old archives on Amazon Prime, and I come across all like the old Kickboxer and Bloodsport films and stuff like that. I didn't realize there was so many of them. There's like 7 Kickboxers, and then they started remaking them, didn't they? Where Van Damme's now the coach.
Yeah. What's the Kickboxer movies that have been out recently?
Kickboxer Vengeance and Kickboxer Retaliation.
No, to be fair, I was. What about? Okay, let me put it another way. What about MMA films? There's one that's got about 3 or 4 films to it, and I think I've got the first one, but I keep seeing the same clip. I think it's.
Was it Never Back Down?
I think it might be that. Is it No
With
Surrender?
Michael Jai White.
Is that the coloured fella?
Yes.
Yeah, I keep seeing that same clip on like, you know, when you're going through like Facebook videos or whatever.
Yeah, it's never
clip of the fight. But
never.
Can't find that movie at all.
It's the third one, isn't it? Never Back
No
Down.
Surrender, I think it's called.
Yeah.
But I want to get that collection. I'm surprised they've not done like a box set. Maybe
Yeah,
they have, but I can't see it.
It's the third one that they keep showing, but I don't think it was ever sort of released on mainstream. Nope, we have a visitor. It's the third one that they keep showing.
Hey, Andrew. Hey, dude, how you doing? That's a funky shirt.
Yes, I'm here live at the movie set.
Have you just threw that on? Have you been shirtless all day and thought, right, I best get a shirt off the rack?
No, I've been rocking this around Nantwich today.
Wow.
No, man. What have you been in Nantwich for?
I'm just at my unit I was picking up some auction lots from Witcher, so I thought I'd pop to Nantwich because they got a good selection of charity shops there.
Yeah, it's not bad. They're quite pricey, but it's all right.
So yeah, filled the car again. Need to stop doing that. I'm just gonna see if I can put you somewhere.
It's like a Witch project, this, isn't it?
So have you?
There we go.
So have you come on now because you know that the first guest appears on the show picks the movie for this week's homework?
I've got a choice of 2 for your homework.
Oh, nice one.
So I'll leave it to the chat to vote on this choice. Either the Ashton Kutcher film The Butterfly Effect,
Amazing,
or Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, both great films. However, I don't think Lana would like Sliding Doors because it's got Jack Black in, hasn't it?
Has it?
No, I don't think so, mate.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's a yellow and white front cover.
I don't remember him being in it, but
No,
it has been a few years since I saw it. It's got Judith Hannah in it.
Sliding Doors. I don't think I've got Sliding Doors. I've definitely got The Butterfly Effect. No, I've got them because I've got the trilogy. I bought it not long ago. Ali, you're not helping.
Oh no, I'm getting me films mixed up.
Well done, Shabatron.
Yes, no.
John Hannah.
Yes, yeah. And it wasn't The Holiday I was thinking of. Shallow Hal was the other one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Christ, yeah. No, I only recommend good films.
Oh, Christ. Deja vu of last week.
Hey!
There he is. Hey,
There he
Richard.
is, the legend.
I'm just sorting all my crap out.
Hang on, it's not fair, mate. You're not meant to have that much room.
Well, there's still stuff out in the garden. So look how it's stacked.
One of those situations where you look outside and go,
There's
oh,
a whole wall of
in there.
There's all DVDs and Blu-rays down there. There's bags and bags of DVDs and Blu-rays there. There's a nice load of them over in the corner. Nice
There he is.
Pennywise.
There's actual space in there. What's going on?
Yeah, there won't be for long though, because look, it's all out in the garden.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you're like, how did I get all of that in there?
Yeah, so I've got all this, a couple of bags down there. I've got all this stuff here to get into that little bit of space.
Wow.
So and give myself a bit of room to move. So I've been at it all day. Well, past 2 days, but it peed down yesterday, so I had to get everything in.
Have you got?
So yeah.
Have you got shelves there?
I haven't in here. I've got 3 racks in the storage bit on the side of this, and they're all full up. But there's nothing in here at the minute. It's literally just all. It's all just like Tetris. It's all Tetris. Seems to be leaning back a little bit, but it can't go any further than the wall, so we're all right.
Aqua's song for Sliding Doors was Turn Back Time, wasn't it, Shabba?
That'll be it, yeah. Turn Back Time, I think.
Yeah, Turn Back Time. So, Rich, Andrew's through a dilemma at us now. He says we can either have Sliding Doors
Yeah.
Or the butterfly effect.
Or the butterfly effect.
Sliding Doors is a romantic one, isn't it? With
Yeah.
that
Gwyneth Paltrow.
blonde one in it.
Gwyneth
Yeah.
Paltrow.
So
I'm
Sliding
just
Doors
thinking of
or the
films
butterfly.
I think they're films that Lana might enjoy as well, basically.
She loves the butterfly effect, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
The
Butterfly
first one,
Effect.
anyway.
Butterfly Effect's a good film.
Yeah, it is.
Definitely. If I was going to watch one or two of the two, I'd watch the Butterfly Effect, unless my wife told me I was watching Sliding Doors.
Yeah, so go on then. What's the chat saying, Steve? I haven't got it up at the minute.
They're asking Gary how the film ends, and he goes, "The door closes, door shuts."
The sliding door.
I think they've been used. I think they've been used the fact that I've got Shallow Hal and Sliding Doors mixed up.
You talk about me ruining the magic.
Yeah, I've got to hurry up, get this sorted, get everything bunged in.
You should be able to post a poll in the chat.
We haven't tried that.
Yeah, I've never done that. Can you? I thought you can only do that when you've got 1,000 subs.
All right, okay.
Hear that by now, surely.
Well, in that case, then everyone needs the bloody sub.
Yeah.
And the granddad and the mum and the dad.
You can do it in the movie chats. You can do it in the movie chats group, I think. But
happy anniversary for tomorrow.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah,
a year ago yesterday. A year ago tomorrow, it'll be.
It's been 1 year since my starring role as Maid of Honor.
Maid of Honor.
Wow. Nice. I got these the other week.
Oh, they're cool. So what?
Yeah, Ghostbusters mug. It cost me $2.50 each in a charity shop last time I went with my brother. And a Fantastic Beasts mug.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, all right. £2.50 each. Just gets lost in the rest of it, though.
By the time you find them again, they'll be antique.
I know. I've just got to get it listed now. I've just got to start listing things.
You'll
I think that's where I'm going wrong.
You'll do what I do. You'll sell them, and you'll be watching this YouTube video to try and find out where they are.
Where did I put them?
It's just absolutely nuts.
I had to watch a YouTube video of me moving into here the other week just to find out where a pair of shoes I'd sold were.
No.
And it worked. Found them.
So films from 1991 then, gents. What would your favourite film from 1991 be?
I can't think of any that were made on that film on that year at the minute.
Terminator 2's the one.
Right. So just to refresh,
I sent it off for someone on that today.
Richard, so just to refresh a few, you had Terminator 2, Beauty and the Beast, Boys in the Hood, Point Break, The Fisher King.
Point Break's wicked. Point Break's good.
Yeah. The Fisher King, Addams Family, Robin Hood, Father of the Bride, The Hook, My Girl, Hot Shots, Rocketeer, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Rocketeer's a good film. Rocketeer, Boys in the Hood.
Silence of the Lambs.
Batman come out in 91.
Oh, Silence of the Lambs is
Batman.
Silence of the Lambs is an amazing film.
Backdraft was another one. FX2.
That was a good film. Kurt Russell, wasn't it? Backdraft.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then one of my favourites, Suburban Commando.
Who?
Suburban Commando with Hulk Hogan in it.
Christ.
Yeah, that was one.
Mate, I was young.
That is nobody's favourite film ever.
No, not probably now.
Even the mother of the leading man hated it.
Where is Chris Hayden in the chat?
He's before. Cape Fear, that was another one. Yeah, that was mentioned.
Yeah, Cape Fear.
That's a good film. There's loads of good films. Loads of good films. I love them all.
So this is it, and we said that it was quite a it was a good year.
Weren't there any Mad Maxes come out in that year?
No.
No, I think they were before that, weren't they?
It would have been, yeah.
When did the Hunt for Red October come out?
Well, it was in the Oscars for 1991, so I think it was either 1990 or 1991.
Well, you'd already thrown a curveball with the Home Alone thing, because
Mm.
that was still in the cinemas in 1991.
I just wanted to jump on quick anyway and say hello because I've got all this stuff outside. I've got to jump off, but yeah. So look forward to your game.
1990 it was, Andrew.
Look forward to your game on Saturday.
Oh yeah, are you gonna let us in for it? Is there anything we need to revise for? You know, I like a good quiz.
No, you don't need to revise for nothing.
And if it's Mr. and Mrs., we don't know each other that well yet. So.
Well, that's what it was going to be, but no, it's a new one that we thought up. So, like, yeah, it's all good.
They're making the rules up as they go, Steve.
It's obviously got some sort of movie thing to it. So no, it's easy. It's easy.
All right, fair enough.
You love it. You love it. I made it easy. I made it simple for you.
Right, catch you later, Rich.
See you Saturday. See you later, everyone. Bye. Bye.
Right, shall we?
My top tip: if you're doing a quiz on YouTube, don't wear glasses.
Should it not be? Don't look at Google while wearing glasses on YouTube.
Oh, controversy.
There were no Google involved in that. My knowledge is exceptional of all subjects ever.
Right, should we have a go at doing this without me breaking the stream this time?
Yeah, please do. Don't leave it this time.
Right, can you all see it?
Yes.
Okay, good stuff. Here we go. We ready?
Yeah. Oh,
2009.
Oh, okay.
Oh, bloody hell! Wasn't that the last of the Twilight films?
Apparently,
only you would know that.
Apparently, he wants a load of money to come back and do another one.
He just needs assassinating.
Yeah. Apparently, he's Robert Pattinson. He was in the paper. It was on the news today that they were looking at doing another one, but he wanted a lot of money for it.
Oh, we've got The Blind Side. You've got 9.
All right, stop. Fucking don't start going through them now.
and you've got J.J. Abrams' Star Trek.
That was a good film.
Right, guys, we need to know what we're watching.
Oh yeah, so your choices to choose from Mr. Nolan is the Butterfly Effect or Sliding Doors. So if you want the Butterfly Effect, put Butterfly, and if you want Sliding Doors, put Doors. And we haven't copyrighted you, Laney. Don't worry.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, you're right, Ali. It is a good film, and it's also very loosely tied to a true story. If you're talking to Michael Orr about it,
we're getting a lot of doors here.
We're getting butterfly doors.
Butterfly doors.
Yeah. Are they bisexual doors? Are they goats? As they swing both ways?
Open like that. Oh, it looks like we're watching Sliding Doors here, unless there's a surge.
What have we got? 1 butterfly. 1, 2, 3, 4 doors.
Well, you've basically got your choices for the next 2 weeks sorted anyway, so it's just which one you want.
Yeah, you're the first guest next week.
I think the Butterfly Effect pinches it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6-5.
Nice one, guys. I can enjoy that. I'm not sure I'm going to enjoy the sliding doors one.
If I like sliding doors, you'll like sliding doors.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm only messing. I I think Lana was really looking forward to Sliding Doors, though.
I think we've got it in one of those dodgy box sets, you know, where you get like 3 films.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Shabba's corrected me. Sliding Doors 6-8.
Oh, is it?
There must have been some very earlier on.
It's all right. He struggles with numbers.
It's all right. He's going to Poland, so we don't have to listen to him. All right, Sliding Doors, guys. Sliding Doors it is.
Okay. Sliding Doors.
You've got to watch 2 romantic comedies next week now.
I'm just going to nail it, and we'll have a movie night.
And you just imagine Lou. Lou would think that she's in for some. Her look has changed. Isn't it too remote?
The look has changed if she gets an early night, and that's going to sleep.
The thing is, you'd be able to put her in the mood for some loving watching that. Whereas with my partners, I always have to put 50 Shades of Grey on to get them excited. So.
Oh God.
Sliding Doors. Have I got it?
Oh, I'll tell you what, actually. Another thing I found the other day. Hang on. So, let's go for a burner. There it is. So, last week I went into one of the charity shops. Now I'm back in camera. Went into one of the charity shops and found Afro Samurai Resurrection, the manga one. Yeah.
Yeah.
The director's cut with Samuel L. Jackson. Well, I went in the same shop a few days later and found the first one.
Oh wow!
So got them both now. Both manga films, so pretty good. There you go. Give them ones a go.
Now, you say that, Chris, that I'm going to disappear into the darkness. However, I was talking to last week, and he said, "Why don't you just put your mobile phone behind your laptop with your torch on?" And that's all I've done this week. And that's why you've got like the shadow puppets.
As opposed to my high quality light.
So hopefully I don't disappear.
Are you going to be working till late tonight, Andrew?
No, I've got 2 more orders to pack. Then I'm going to go home.
Have you sent mine off yet? You haven't yet?
Yeah, I've
Do the
sent
Davies
yours.
back there?
Yours caused me some trouble. It turned out that it wasn't where it was supposed to be, so it took me an hour to find it.
Wow.
I had everything that's listed is catalogued, and then I was like, "There's no listed number for. There's no catalogue number for this. What the fuck is it?"
It's because you'd had it that fucking long.
No, I haven't had long. It was only a few weeks, a couple of months since I listed it, so I knew like it could only be here or at home. It wasn't going to be like some random location. But it turns out I had a box of stock that I thought was unlisted, and I went to go through it and list the stuff from it the next day, and there was your jumper. I was like, great.
Oh.
Did you get a parcel off us, Steve?
Don't think so.
No. I don't know if we've posted it yet or not.
No, I don't think so. I don't.
No. We have got
I'm
one.
trying to think back. The last one I got was off Night's Life when I won them auction things, them charity things. I think.
We have got one winging its way to you. Anna says you just watched the trailer. It looks watchable.
It looks watchable.
Oh yeah, she hasn't sent it yet.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate anything, really do, but it's the thing is now I'm trying to go to the car boots and stuff before they all finish, but
So
just looking for my Blu-rays predominantly. It's difficult.
just think of the last parcel I sent Chris, and then double the size of it,
No.
and it'll look really nice behind your head.
Well, I'll tell you now, if it's the life-size version of rubber, it's coming back. I might take a trip down to Chris's just to make sure it looks like he's ended up with 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm still pissed he's not taking it to the new house.
Yeah, we need to find that new place and just put a load of replicas all over the show.
We'll have to check if they've made any sequels.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got 2009 and Sliding Doors. That's
Cool.
our homework and our year review.
That's amazing.
I want to hear all about Love Actually next week as
I
well.
will do, mate. I'll watch it. I will watch it.
One of the greatest rom-coms of all time.
No, like I say, I was pleasantly surprised. I have seen it. I haven't seen it for a long,
Yeah,
long
that's what I'm saying.
time.
I haven't watched it for years.
But I was pleasantly surprised when we were watching it. And like I say, the cast list on it was unbelievable. Trying to see what I've got up here that I've got to try and watch. Now, I have been looking at this for a while because I'm a big fan of Dune. And I've been looking at that for a while in Asda.
Yeah.
We managed to find it in a charity shop for $150.
To be fair, I think I had a similar thing with that.
Which version is that?
Dude,
Dune.
Yeah, which is that the actual?
No, it's like the TV one, not the film one.
That's on Amazon Prime.
No, The Children of Dune is on Amazon Prime. That's the one with what's his face in it. Xavier in the one from is it McAvoy?
McAvoy.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
these are two I need to watch. That's been on my watch list for a while.
Is that not the same thing?
No, it's the remake and the original.
Ah, right. Okay.
I started trying to rewatch Children of Dune the other week. I gave up. It's just so boring.
I watched the first 20 minutes of it. And then turned it off.
I watched all of it when it was released on Sci-Fi Channel. I must have just wiped it from my mind about how mind-numbingly boring it was.
That's getting. Look, see? Hot shots.
There you go. Joanne's playing pre-sequel.
Pre-sequel, let's see. I say it might be put right there about the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the old version.
I've sold most of my DVD and Blu-ray collection now.
What's that?
I've sold most of my DVD and Blu-ray collection now.
Fair enough.
I decided there was no point in sitting there me not watching it. I may as well make some money off it.
How did you? Yeah, I noticed actually there was a few bits of media on your finger recently. To be fair.
Yeah, you're not selling me your Star Trek books, though, are you?
No.
I was going to gift him as a wedding anniversary present.
The thing is, those books, they just go up in value. So
I tell you, we were in the market in Chester the other day. We parked up and walked through, and there's a cracking bookshop in there, a little stall in there, and it had every Star Trek book you could think of. And I was just like, "Oh, for £1 each, I could spend hundreds in here, but I've got no space for them."
£1 each, I have to go there.
Yeah,
I know what I'm doing on Saturday now. Then
go park up at the market entrance near the race course, and walk into the market, and you'll see it there. £1 each.
Most of those are out of print, so they go for good money.
Yeah,
not all of them. Some of them are just like £2 or £3, but get the right ones.
But they had all the TNG, all DS9, all Voyager. He had a really good collection, but I just haven't got the space for them.
Might go and have a word and give them an offer for the lot.
Come list with me with Money Mental out live on Movie Chats. There you go.
Hey,
I'm packing, not listing. Listing comes later.
Listing comes later.
So, what are you guys planning to watch this week? Have you been watching that visual on BBC?
I haven't watched it yet. I need to watch that. It looks like it. Is it any good? It looks like it will be.
It's a very slow burner at the start, but then it picks up. It's definitely worth a watch.
To be fair,
I've just completed Star Wars Rebels on Disney Plus, and I'm just starting to watch The Bad Batch at the minute.
What do you think of The Bad Batch?
I like it, yeah. I mean, I'm only like halfway through the second episode so far.
Yeah.
To be fair, I've been watching Prison Break again. So I've gone through season 2 and I'm about 4 episodes into season 3 again. I've not seen it
on Disney.
What's that?
On Disney.
No, it's to be fair, I think it's on Netflix as well.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean I've got them all anyway on Blu-ray, and I loved them first time I watched them, but I skipped the first season because I've seen that about 3 times. I'll start on season 2, and it's just been something to watch of an evening, really.
Then you should be watching Love Actually.
Could be, absolutely, but yeah, I mean it's much more suspense.
I have got a spoiler alert, Banner, but I wish they hadn't retconned the end of season 4 or the last one for Prison Break, because I thought that was a great finish the way that finished.
Oh, okay. Do you mean when they finished season 4?
Yes, yeah, it was season 4, wasn't it? Season 5 was the other one, but yeah, if they just left it where it was, it would have been perfect. Perfect.
I think they're still looking at doing another season, but I think there's a lot of negativity around season 3, but obviously you had the writers' strike, which was a big part of why it seemed quite rushed.
They got the 12-year-old to write it.
Yeah, it seemed quite rushed. But to be fair, I enjoy it. I think it's a bit of a different scenery, really. But it's definitely it's probably the weakest, if not one of the weakest things of it.
Still, has anyone seen Stillwater with Matt Damon?
Matt Damon.
No, I haven't.
No, that's a film, innit? It's a film, Stillwater.
And yeah, I struggled with Bad Batch, Shabba. There's about 3 or 4 episodes in the middle of it, and I'm like, why am I still watching this? But I'm intrigued to see where it goes, actually, because they're never mentioned in anything else after that, after Star Trek. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Star Wars, sorry. Ali's watched Venom. What did you think, Al?
Well, the first one or the second? Is a new one out now?
The second one's Carnage, isn't it?
Yeah, is that out now, or is it? If it's the first Venom, yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was.
Tom Hardy was really good in that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I thought he was. Yeah.
He did an excellent. I wasn't sure how he was going to be on that, but he did an excellent performance.
I don't think there's a Tom Hardy film I don't like, to be honest.
Star Trek Nemesis.
No, I mean it weren't great, but it weren't terrible. Probably Bronson up there. That's probably the most difficult one to try and work out.
Wasn't Tom Hardy in the last episode of Band of Brothers? Wasn't he the trooper that got?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Wasn't he the trooper that got killed in the car accident with the Eagle's Nest?
Quite possibly. There's a massive amount of cast. I'm trying to think back now. I haven't watched the Pacific all the way through, but Band of Brothers I watched.
That's awful. Times. Considering it was made by the same people, I just did not enjoy that at all. Not that you're supposed to enjoy Band of Brothers, but
I can't remember. I started watching the Pacific. I can't remember if I ever finished it.
I don't think I did. I mean that's it's a big.
Don't think about Band of Brothers, that had you gripped from start to finish.
That's the movie we've not mentioned for 91.
JFK.
Yeah.
Again, Kevin Costner, isn't it? That's probably one of the
reasons why he was highest paid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just saw it then.
You watching the new Candyman, Shabba, or the old one?
Yeah, is that talking on there? If I can get it out. I got that in a charity shop a few weeks back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up the Candyman. There's Candyman 2 the other week. I didn't even know that existed. From the originals sort of thing. But I love the first. I think the first one was great. I'm looking forward to seeing that new one.
Have you not watched Candyman 3 then?
What's that?
There's a Candyman 3, isn't there? Day of the Dead.
I don't know. Was Tony Todd in that as well, is he? Or was it a different actor?
It's been a long time since I watched the Candyman films.
Yeah, but it scared the crap out of me when I was growing up.
My sister was always into horror films, so I was subjected to him. It's not really my genre, to be honest, because it's just like I watch it and the effects are just usually so crap.
Yeah,
you can usually see the scenery wobbling.
See, this is one for me. I bought just on the premise of the characters, the horror version of the Banana Splits. Have you ever heard of the Banana Splits?
Yeah, but weren't they meant to be a bit out there anyway, even when it joined the kids show?
Yeah. So when we were younger, my dad would always put it on because him and his mates used to watch it when they were little, the Banana Splits. But yeah, this is like a horror movie. I knew what it was when I was buying it, but it was just the nostalgia side of it, really. I was like, I'm going to have to buy that. But then I watched the trailer and I was like, that looks bad. I haven't got around to watching it.
Yeah, Shabba Tony Todd was he played the Candyman and he was in The Crow as well. He was the right-hand man to the bad guy, wasn't he, if I remember correctly? That's not what I meant. That the fact that Poland are a couple of decades behind. You know that.
I know. I will. They're not that funny. Why are you trying to offend him? You don't want to offend the subscribers.
Sorry, I thought it was a Friday night.
It's getting confusing.
I'm getting confused
I need
now.
to watch back the last 2 minutes to see where I just put that order.
They have the dead not going up. If there is another Candyman 3, I'm definitely going to look for it.
So, I highlighted the comment before, but we were still talking. If you like Tom Hardy, watch Stuart: A Life Backwards.
Okay. I've never heard of that one either. That's a new one on me.
No.
Music quite good with the Tom Hardy music. Sorry, I keep looking back. It's driving me mental. I'm looking for a film, but it's not. Probably in the other racking. Shelving. You ever seen? I think it might be on Prime. Have you ever seen Marriage Story?
No.
That's a great film with Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson in. It's not one to watch. It's not a. I don't know if it's quite a lovey-dovey movie now because it's quite the opposite. But it's a really good movie.
I got that bored watching stuff that I ended up watching Baywatch. I got into season 3 of Baywatch on Prime.
Really?
Yeah. I get that. I'm really struggling for stuff to find. This last week I've watched Survivor. Do you know the Australian Survivor?
Yeah.
They send 24 people off to an island and vote one off each night. That's been my entertainment this week.
I can't remember if it was on Prime, but one of the ones we watched was like a Love Island in reverse. It was a show. I think it was on Prime, but it was like literally get there and get told they couldn't go near each other. Like all these sort of 20 to 30s sort of stunners are being told they're not allowed to fornicate in any way, shape, or form, or they lose the money. But that was quite interesting. You get the card now. They just couldn't go near each other. Don't look up me.
I've got so desperate. I've started watching animations, which I never used to watch. I did fall asleep watching. What's that series on Netflix? The second season had the the Falcon in it.
Oh,
The actor who played it.
had the Falcon in it.
Yeah. Oh, what's it called? Yeah, the actor who plays the Falcon. From.
Oh, I see what's in the actor.
Um,
I don't know, mate. Was in a charity shop in her today. They wanted £4.25. Oh.
Yeah.
For the day after tomorrow, really? There is a couple of them. I mean, I find that with the British Art Foundation, they've got no concept of price.
No.
Literally, they're like, oh yeah, just chuck a fiver on it.
Oh. Speaking of Netflix, did you see the trailer for the new He-Man?
What, another series?
So they had He-Man that isolated, and that was out there. There's a new one again. Another series done by different people this time.
Do you reckon these people talk to each other or what? Or do you reckon, like, I've heard they're doing a He-Man? All right.
I think Netflix have gone, we need the He-Man, and shit, we've signed 2 off by accident.
Yeah. What do you mean you've signed them to He-Man? We've just...
Yeah. What's these joint bills coming for He-Man?
I think we're paying this twice. No, we're not. No.
Yeah.
So what happened was John went and signed with them, and Bob went and signed with them.
Yeah. Adam wanted to go with Kevin Smith, and He-Man wanted to go with somebody else.
We couldn't decide.
Yeah, we couldn't decide which one, but it looks equally shit.
Does it?
Yeah, it looks equally shit. I'm not going to lie.
I don't find much these days in animation like that. That's actually anywhere near.
Altered Carbon.
Yeah, Altered Carbon.
Oh, yes.
I started watching the other day the anime version of Altered Carbon. I fell asleep halfway through.
I couldn't get into that.
I enjoyed that program.
Have you watched the anime one though? Is it something to do with the dragon or something like that, isn't it?
I was like, according to Netflix, I've got 3/4 of the way through it. I definitely haven't. I remember the first 10 minutes and then I was gone.
Yeah, there you go. Lana said the new season of Sex Education and Jack Whitehall is out this week.
Oh, okay.
As Laney put, have you watched the TV series Race Around the World and Haunted? I've watched Haunted, I think. Hunted.
Was Hunted the one where they were being chased down by ex-SAS commandos? Because that was quite a good series.
Hey, T-Cakes.
Shabba, we're going to miss you.
I think they have internet connection over there, mate,
No, I liked Altered Carbon. I liked the first one was really, really good, especially the way they did the AI and the hotel and stuff.
Yeah.
The second one was shit.
There was no explanation why they changed the sleeve in the second series, apart from they just wanted to change the actor.
There was another program out about the same time as that. I think was it called Billions? Yeah,
Billions with Damian Lewis.
Is that the ginger guy out of Band of Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I enjoyed that first.
The new season's on Now TV for that. I noticed the other day we're 5 episodes in. So I'll have to start watching it before they take it off.
I've seen 80 Days Around the World with Willy Fogg. Again, that's a great program. The tune on that, again, is such a classic tune.
Yeah, Billions set out on stage, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that first series of that when it came out. I never got around to anything after that.
It does get really, really good. And it gets you hooked because, Axe just does ridiculous things for no reason at all. And he gets himself into so much trouble over it. And,
I think it's one of those I'll probably binge watch when it's finished. You know what I mean? I'll get back into it when I can buy a box set of all of them.
And another one that's just come back onto Now TV is the full 5 series. Sorry?
I nearly bought I nearly bought a Northern Exposure box set today.
Why didn't you pick it up? I'd have had that.
It was 14 quid, and it was only going for
I'd have paid you
35.
15 for it, mate.
Fuck's sake. It's 14 quid. It's like it goes for about 30 quid on eBay, so it's like it's not enough profit in it for me.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, I said to you last time. I'm trying to collect some of because a lot of those things they don't always come out on Blu-ray. So I'm trying to collect some DVD box sets of like the older programs.
So what's that? Race Around the World is where they have limited money each, and they have to race to get to certain points, and the final point they win. That sounds really, really good.
Right, gents, I'm going to go back home.
Thank you very much for
Thank
coming on, mate.
Thank you for popping on.
Thank you. Take care. I'll have you on the background while I'm driving, but the signal will probably be shit.
Take care, mate. Thank you.
Don't be doing that. You can just imagine it now, can't you? I got to a really good point in movie chats and I crashed the car.
Well, that would be every moment, though, wouldn't it? So it'd be difficult to drive.
Right. I don't know.
What we got?
So what did we settle on then? Sliding doors, was it?
Yeah, sliding doors and
sliding doors. Do you know what? He does surprise me with some of the films he comes out with. You know, I'm expecting like Debbie Does Dallas or something like that. And he comes out with Sliding Doors and Love Actually.
He's a big softy, really.
He's a romantic at heart.
Yeah, that's it. Plus, he's learned which movies work and which ones don't. He's probably seen it about 300 times, that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Just gets the same DVD out.
So what? Yeah, so going back to Prison Break.
Yeah.
If they'd left it where they did, because I thought that was quite a fitting end to it. But then they're bringing him back as this super spy. Just didn't really work for me.
It's that sort of devil's advocate, really. It's you're one of those situations where you're like, well, I'd like to see more of it, but I just hope it's not terrible. Do you know what I mean? And the way that they ended that fourth season, yes, it was sort of they tied up a lot of situations, didn't they? But I wasn't massively happy with the ending, the particular ending. I wasn't massively happy with. So I was quite happy that they came back with another one. There's a couple of characters. I was reading a blog thing yesterday about it, and they were saying, while there was a lot of people that slagged off season 3, they were saying that like they were hoping at the time for sort of spin-off programs, and one of the characters that sort of died a bit premature would be Kellerman. And some people have put on there like I'd really like to have seen like a Kellerman sort of origin story, you know, of how he got to that particular place, sort of thing. And that would have been interesting. And I agree. I think he was one of those characters that he could have quite easily continued on. I mean, what he did and how he went about it, there was no other outcome of what happened with him, but it did sort of give you some food for thought that he probably was one of the stronger characters especially the second series. 1 second. Go downstairs, please, mate. Mummy. Go downstairs. Go downstairs. I'm not listening to that. But he was one of the stronger characters in series 2. And again, there's quite a few characters after the first series where you're thinking you probably could have got a bit more out of them. You know, especially because obviously the second series is the man on the side of it. Yeah. That I forget what the young lad was called, but he was another one that again he probably could have done a bit more with it. The probably the best way of describing it is probably the streetwise lad from season.
Yeah, I know which one you mean. The one because they killed him, didn't they?
Yeah, but I think he was growing into that character a lot more in that second series. But it is up there with one of my favourite programs. Sort of series-wise, that Sons of Anarchy, Breaking Bad, of them sort of suspense thriller programs. 1 second.
It still makes me laugh out. Sons of Anarchy is next to High School Musical on Disney Plus.
Yeah, the thing is with like Netflix and stuff is it's like you may like things in it.
Yeah, and this doesn't even give you the option. It's there or there. Yeah.
Because you watch this, you may like.
Do you want to watch Beauty and the Beast or do you want to watch Aliens?
Yeah. What's that, mate?
It's Spider-Man.
You're not having Spider-Man now. No. You go downstairs, please. What one?
Okay.
No, you're not having that either. Excuse me. No, downstairs.
You need to get glass cabinets, Steve, with locks on.
Mate, I've got a glass cabinet downstairs that's buried behind everything to stop it from going in it, which sort of defeats the point of a glass cabinet, really. You're meant to be able to see the bloody thing. You okay? You okay? Let me shout in you. What's that? You okay? You come and sit down? Come on then. There we go. Okay. What's Jack got to say? Anything?
No, they're just talking about this Hunted.
Who's in it?
Just members of the public. Delaney saying that they have done a couple of celebrity specials as well, but it's on Channel 4 and the race is on BBC iPlayer. So I think we'll try and give that a go tonight if we can find it.
Minions too, yeah.
Oh, Minions too.
Oh, really? You're not watching Minions too? We've had Thomas the Tank on this week.
So next week, Steve, are we gonna try the quiz to chat?
Yeah, we can do. I've got some questions that I could ask. Plus, to be fair, if they're up for it, I won't mind doing a bit more on the particular years to see if we can get some
quiz on the years.
Quiz on the years. That'd be interesting if everybody wants to do that.
Yeah, sort of bring back that element to it. But that'll be good then. Actually, movie quiz questions based on the year of review. So there you go, guys. Then you're going to have to go and research 2009 because we'll have 5 questions for you next week. On top of the highest grossing actors and movies and stuff like that we've been doing. So yeah, get yourself all genned up.
Have you seen
Spontaneous?
I don't know what that is. You know?
No.
That TV program. Just have a Google for me, just see if it's a TV program.
Do you know what? Because I'm on Lana's laptop, because I'm not allowed to do this on my work one.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that the keyboard's not actually connected.
I'm not sure if I have a.
Spontaneous. It's come up as a 2020 American science fiction romantic black comedy. Is that the one, Rich?
What's up there? Oh.
When students in their high school start to explode, seniors Mara and Dylan struggle to survive in a world where each of them may be the last.
Dave, I'll show you this, Steve. The Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom.
Oh, 2 seconds.
Gift set. I won't open it. I've got it in a box set anyway. But you've got the little Funko key rings as well. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I'll tell you what I did see when we were in B&M the other week. They they've got a Back to the Future game, and the characters are pop figures. And you move around, and they've got a Game of Thrones one as well, where you've got Tyrion, Jon Snow, Daenerys, and Arya. And it's a board game. You roll the dice, you move the gap, but the little pop figures, and you just move them around. So
I saw a post the other day about a spin-off for
something to the dragon or something. Yeah, so you've got little characters like these, and you move them around the board.
Yeah, cool. That's a cool idea.
What's it called? That the prequel to Game of Thrones? Something dragon or something dragon or something.
Yeah, I saw a few backstage pictures saying it was back in production or something.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. It's all about the Targaryens, isn't it?
Bit shit. I'm looking forward to receiving my master. Yes, you will do, Ali. I promise you. I've not forgot.
What's that?
We're being politely reminded by Ali.
Yeah, well, when you go back home, you little hussy from staying at your fella's house, we'll know where we're sending it.
I'm just waiting for Richard Knight's Life to start selling some magical piece of Jaws from the movie. And he only wants a tenner for it.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm gutted that I couldn't afford Orca when he was selling Orca the other month.
Oh, no, I was wounded as well. You wouldn't see that. I mean, hopefully he's still on there, but when we was having a chat offline, or sort of FaceTiming sort of thing, he was showing me a few bits, and I was like, that's an alien from X-Files. It's like, yeah, I've had it ages. Box is a bit knackered, all this sort of stuff. I'm like, mate, that's worth money. And I was looking at it. I was like, yeah, I might buy that off you. And then we started looking online, and it was worth a fortune. Like, this is like the Jaws thing all over again.
No, well, we were talking about it, and trying to agree a price on it, and it would have been too much. But I wouldn't be able to justify it when it arrived in the box, and it would be that big. And Lana will say to me, "How much have you spent on that?" And I'll be like, "You don't want to know."
About 20 quid, love. But literally, let's not buy any more food for the rest of the month. I'm gonna buy it.
Do you know that meal you want to go out for our anniversary in 10 years' time? Yeah, we're staying in.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer for Rick and Morty. That looks interesting. I'm ready straight back to my fellas.
Are you finally moving out now, are you, Ali?
I have it all. I know you do, Richard. I told you. In that's like a treasure chest of stuff in that blooming shed thing. And he was like, "Yeah, it's just a tatty box." And I was like, "Mate, it's vintage. It's worth a bit."
Do you know what I'm liking about Saturday? Is that I'm not actually hosting. So
it must be terribly hard work.
I can set up now, so you can see the rest of my stuff. I'll be in my toy corner, so you can all see it.
I'm gonna have to start hosting, mate, just to stop you whinging.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
Just to give you a break.
Stop pulling some of that weight of yours.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we're gonna call it a day, okay? And as always, it's a pleasure. Don't forget to like, subscribe. So really so don't forget to like and to subscribe to the channel. Yes, because we forgot to ask you this for a few weeks now. We sort of get offline, and I'm like, we could actually ask that. So if you are new, welcome. If you're not, thank you very much for your support, and please like and subscribe. That'd be amazing. Yeah. Your homework for this week is Sliding Doors, and the year for review is 2009. Good night, all. Thank you. All right. Have fun, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye. Bye.